what do you think it's been with Mercedes Moné? It just hasn't, like, she came with a lot of star power into AEW, but it just doesn't seem to have really kind of clicked yet. I mean, is that just a case of her kind of getting used to talking more? And because when she was in WWE, she was always kind of like, my sort of point with her was that she was always fighting up from underneath. She was a baby face. She didn't talk a whole heck of a lot. She had great matches. I mean, do you think this is just, she's still kind of finding her footing in terms of just playing the heel, or and kind of settling into that character?
I think so. And I think, she was coming off a pretty serious injury, and I think that's coming along. This was widely considered her best performance in the ring in AEW, and sometimes it's also a matter of just finding the right opponents as well. I think some of her early opponents, like Stephanie Vacker, really wasn't on the roster. That was the Forbidden Door thing, and then she quickly exited the WWE. And Statlander, and then Britt Baker was another situation where she was coming off some serious health issues and a long layoff. So I think it was just a combination of, probably, like you said, finding some footing, and some other people she was working with finding footing, and I think that'll probably pick up going forward. I think you're already looking at possibly something with Camille in the future. You see her kind of berating her more and more recently. So something to keep an eye on there.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that and bring that up as well, too. So since they brought Camille into AEW, and I was excited that I'm excited that she's in AEW, because I followed her throughout the time she was a champion in NWA. But yeah, I mean, they've kind of, maybe you can explain to me. I don't know what they're going for here with this already. Like, I mean, right out of the gate, it's just like they kind of have already squashed her. Like, I mean, she should probably not have lost yet. I understand sort of the berating part of it, and if that's what you're going to set up, I just sort of question the timing on doing all that as her first kind of thing before she. I don't. Camille comes in as sort of the. I mean this in the nicest possible way, sort of the monster kind of character, where she's the big, she's gonna, she's physically larger than just about everybody else there, in AEW, and so I'm confused at the way they've handled her. But what's been your take on her?
Yeah, it's been interesting. She squashed a few people there in the run up, and then they went into Statlander and kind of who was the strongest pound for pound, and she lost that one pretty quickly and decisively at the Halloween Fright Night thing. So I guess my short answer is I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does at this point. Yeah, even if you pulled that card and you're going, all right, Camille's going to fight Mercedes Moné right now, are you going to have Camille beat her? I don't know that they're going to. Maybe, but
I mean, I probably would. I mean, I would if you're going to pull that card. I don't know how long they're going to drag out the split between the two, or if they're going to kind of like with when they had Wardlow running hot. I think they really built that up for a long time,
right?
As far as with MJF, so they may be trying to go back to that well, but I think they'll need more time to really kind of build that momentum behind her they're looking for. If they did it now, might be kind of cold.
If that's the way they're going after this, if it's going to be Camille against Mercedes Moné, you have, like, Camille has to win when they fight. Like, she has to win and win that title, because if she doesn't, she's done, right? I mean, how do you bounce back? She's just going to become an afterthought on the card, because I don't think anybody's going to take her seriously. If you have her come and she's going to lose she loses to Statlander. She's getting bossed around by Mercedes Moné and then losing to Mercedes Moné on top of it. So yeah, I think if they pull that card with her at this point, I mean, I think she almost has to win.
Yes, I would say yes. She has to win if they do that in the immediate future.